Hola, muy buena gente, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos a otro episodio capitulillo de de Raven. Bueno, misión, encontrar a Matt. Mirar bajo el mostrador.
Matt, are you there? Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing to nothing. Míralo.
Hey, there you are. What were you thinking? Bah, come out of there.
Is he gone?
Is who gone?
The man!
What are you doing on the train anyway? Why didn't you wait in the tunnel with the other passengers?
I wanted to get my pistol.
Your pistol?
There's so many cops and thieves and explosions and everything, then I need a pistol too.
Makes sense. What about this man?
There was a man. He was coughing.
One of the passengers?
I think he came down from the roof.
All right. First, I'll stop the train, and then we'll have a chat, okay? You want to come out? Good idea. You stay put. I suppose this handbag belongs to Miss Miller, Matt's mother. Lady Westmacott's bag is probably smaller and more expensive. Aha.
Hombre, mira la pistola de Matt. Va, vamos a dársela.
Matt saw something. It could prove to be very useful, but if I don't stop the train soon, I won't be able to use that information in this lifetime. Hold tight, Matt.
Accionar el freno de emergencia. ¿Cómo no?
That makes things extremely complicated.
¿Cómo no?
The emergency brake either was damaged in the explosion or was sabotaged. I think I should try to uncouple the locomotive. I mean, how else can I stop the train?
Bueno, vamos a hablar con Matt y le damos la pistoleta.
Matt hasn't
Pues nada, no me deja. Mira el siguiente abajo. No me deja darle la pistola, pues no te la doy, chacho. ¿Puedo entrar en el compartimiento de la baronesa?
I can't get in. I presume the Baroness's luggage toppled over and is
Tu mando
blocking
se ha
the door.
perdido. Siempre tengo problemas con el mando este. Al del profesor sí, ¿no? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Coger hacha? Sí.
An axe is for emergencies. If this isn't an emergency, I don't know what is.
Por supuesto. Mirar por la
I can
ventana.
hardly see out of the window because of the smoke. I don't know how much coal is burning on the tender up there, but it must be tons. I can't do anything about the fire.
¿Dónde vas? Abre la puerta.
If the emergency brake doesn't work, I'll have to try something else. Here goes. Ouch! Hot! Okay, we'll do it the hard way.
Vale. Tengo que coger algo para el humo, ¿no? Una cortina o algo, echarme a la cara. se pone en posición, es que puedes entrar. El tío tiene que estar.
Professor Lucien's suitcase. Unlike the leather bag, he left it behind when he fled the train with the other passengers. I don't think there's anything interesting in it. Whatever the professor is hiding.
Explorar el armario de la esquina. Examinar toalla. Ah, pues la toalla.
A large, soft towel. Very comfortable.
Ah, vale. Pues ya está, hombre. Cogemos la toalla.
My
Sí, me voy a
situation isn't that
tomar.
desperate. What have you got yourself into? Couldn't you have just let it be? But no, of course not. And now you're here, on an out-of-control train in the Alps, responsible for the life of a child who'll be doomed. What are you waiting for, eh? Time to save the day.
Abre
The
el
tanks
grifo.
don't seem to be damaged. The water is still
Vale,
running.
pues ya está. La toalla. Ahí. Mojar. Exacto.
Soaking up the cold water.
Vale. Nos echamos la toalla a la cabeza. Abrimos y pasamos por debajo del humo. Que lo sabía. Usar el hacha.
That should do the trick. The coupling won't release because it's under too much tension. Matt's wooden pistol. I better confiscate it. The engine is pulling the cars and its full force is acting on the coupling. It's just a hook, but it won't budge like that.
Usar el hacha, venga.
That's not just smoke. I can actually taste lumps of ash. It's time for my deputy sheriff's story. I uncoupled the locomotive at full speed. Not bad, eh?
Do you think we'll get in trouble?
Because of the locomotive? I don't think so. It was pretty old already. Come out so we can have a chat. I checked the entire train. There's no one on it except for us. What an adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, what did you see on the train?
Well, it was like this. I wanted to get my pistol.
Bueno, hombre, pues nada. Está contando lo que veo, ¿no? Lleva guantes. Es el doctor, tío.
Achoo.
Me juego lo que quieras.
And then?
When the guy was gone, I got up and banged on the window. I wanted to get out of there, but then I thought, what if the guy can hear me from the next car? So I got scared, and I hid again.
You did well.
¿De
Are you
verdad,
sure
hombre?
it was a man?
Yeah, very sure. What else could he be?
A woman?
No. Girls can't be thieves. Girls are always honest.
Bueno, solante.
If only you knew. Did you recognize the
Y
man?
tampoco.
Have you met him before?
I don't think so.
Would you recognize him if you saw him again?
No. It was very dark and I was hiding.
Was he a tall man or a short man?
Just a man. I think he was a bad man.
Why do you think that?
He was sneaking around, even though everybody else was outside in the tunnel.
Maybe he just wanted to get his wooden pistol.
Oh, man.
The envelope that the man lost, where is it?
I thought it might be important.
I think we should have a look. Some cash. An Italian passport. Blank. Very interesting. And here, a ticket for...
For the cruise!
What?
The tickets we have for the big ship from Venice to Cairo look exactly the same.
Interesting. May I keep it?
What do you want to do with it?
Take a vacation.
It's evidence.
And my chance to go with you.
The ticket and everything else in the envelope is part of my investigation. And you have no part to play in Cairo.
If I hadn't given you the envelope, you'd have no proof that the Raven's heir would be on the ship.
Ugh. The ship is his next chance to steal the eye. And he won't give up until he has it.
And that's precisely why you should let me come along.
No.
Venga, hombre, confía en nosotros.
What else did you find out in the tunnel?
Not much. After we came out of the tunnel, Robert and I questioned the passengers.
Which didn't turn up anything new.
No. The engineer and the fireman were missing. They were found a few kilometers back on the track. Both claimed to have been overwhelmed by a shadow and thrown off the train.
But you don't believe that.
I'm checking their stories. One of them may have been paid to eliminate the other one.
How could the Raven's heir have found out about the trap? How was he able to put the dynamite in the box and place the letter?
The dynamite was probably already in the box when I put it in the safe. I didn't check it.
You had no reason to do so.
It wasn't my only mistake. I knew someone was on the roof of the freight car, but I let myself be distracted by that damned letter.
How did you know?
Too late. I should have reacted instantly.
And what about the ship? I have earned the right to join you.
What you did was extraordinary. Far more than anyone could have a right to expect from you.
And you still want to leave me behind?
You met our foe and barely escaped with your life. You may not be that lucky next time.
It wasn't luck.
You can return to Switzerland with your head held high. Enjoy your triumph.
I have not achieved anything yet. The Fiend tried to kill us, and he's still at large.
Claro, hombre, déjalo acompañar, tío. Quiere él meter ahí baza, hombre. Déjalo que te acompañe. Si no, ¿qué? Se acaba el juego. Ahora tenemos que disfrutar de un agradable crucero.
Bad news?
It's about the unfortunate events on the train. I'm to return to Paris and explain myself.
But sir, what about the eye?
They want to inform the Egyptian authorities that there might be a burglary attempt.
Might.
Egyptian authorities? What if the jewel is stolen at sea?
I know. I never received it. Keep a close watch on the loading of the eye, Robert.
Aye, sir. It was a pleasure meeting you, Constable Zellner.
What is the constable's problem with me?
I think he's jealous. Scotland Yard assigned him to assist me, just as you were sent by the Swiss authorities.
With the distinction that he may go to Egypt.
Robert is to accompany me at all times. Your mission was restricted to Switzerland.
At this moment, I want to be sent back to Switzerland just as much as you want to be sent back to Paris.
I know, but I'm walking on thin ice, and I can't carry you too.
And the second eye is in that safe?
Yes, an emerald. It's been kept in a bank in Zurich since the start of the war. I personally took it out of the bank vault, and Professor Lucien certified that it was the real thing.
And while a fake jewel was sent by train,
The real one was brought here in an armored car.
how is it protected?
You can only open the safe if you have 3 special keys. Professor Lucien has one, and Baroness von Trebitz, who's paying for all this, has the second. The third was sent by air courier to Dr. Abbas Mokhtar, the director of the Egyptian Museum in Cairo.
So, not even you could possibly open the safe before it arrives in Egypt.
That's correct. We don't want to make it too easy for potential thieves.
Commendable.
Venga, no le voy a recordar lo del telegrama.
Let's
va.
set sail.
I will
Zarpemos.
set sail, you will not.
Let's review. One of the 2 most valuable jewels in the world was stolen. Obviously, the second one will be next.
Go on.
The second jewel is about to be put on board over there, in a safe that requires 3 keys. Our thief may already have the first key, the archaeologist's key, from the train. We don't know anything about the status of the second key, which was meant to be air freighted to Cairo.
We have to assume that he already has it.
Therefore, there's just 1 key left. The Baroness's.
Correct.
So, you'll need my eyes on board.
Look, you can keep your eyes open for me here on the wharf. I'd be most grateful. But when this ship sets sail, you will not, I repeat, not be on board.
But, Inspector,
We're dealing with a dangerous man, and I will pursue him regardless of the consequences. I won't let you get mixed up in this affair.
it's still my decision.
No, it's not. It's mine, and I've already
Madre
made
mía,
it.
qué pesadilla. Venga, tío.
Good day, Constable Zellner.
Qué pesado. Que no quiere que vaya, tío. Ay, Dios, qué cansino. Legrand no quiere que dejarme subir al barco. Debo dar con el modo de acompañarlo. Debería echar un... No sé para qué le daba esto, sí. Todo es importante. Aquí hay un coche deportivo rojo. Con una dama dentro con sombrero. Mirar la
In my
grúa.
younger years, I might have considered abseiling from the crane down to the ship. But those days are long past. Amazing how much luggage there is for so few passengers. And I'd guess that 3/4 of it belongs to the women. I'll take an inconspicuous look up close.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting anyone to be crawling around on the ground in front of my door.
Don't worry about it, miss. No harm done.
That's good to hear, Mr.
Zellner. Anton Jakob Zellner. May I ask your name?
Patricia Mayers.
Are you American?
I am. Could you help me, please?
Certainly. Are you on your way to Egypt?
Yes.
Are you on holiday?
My father works for a railroad company there.
And is rebuilding the country after the war. Wonderful.
Yes, wonderful. One more.
You're lucky to have a father who takes you to so many interesting places.
Oh, yes. Lucky me.
Aren't you interested in Egypt? The pyramids, the history.
I would have been more interested in a father who doesn't travel 300 days a year.
I'm sure your father regrets that he can't always be with you.
No doubt. And I'm sure he always wanted the best for me. But that doesn't stop him from thinking only about himself far too often.
Ya tenemos... Ya podemos subir al barco.
Bring my luggage on board, please.
Excuse me?
It was a pleasure meeting you, Constable Zona.
Impertinent.
Súbelo, tío. Es la entrada al barco.
I'll be marching up this gangway today, no matter what. Someone has to stop that damn bomber before he endangers more people. I don't want to run into Legrand before I have something new to report. Otherwise, he'll send me back to shore. I'll be marching. Someone has to stop that.
Joder, qué delicado es el...
Sea
Ahí.
is quiet today. Ideal conditions for a cruise. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to see the sights in Venice. Paperwork served up by my... Constable Oliver seems to be a little simplistic. But I don't think he's a bad policeman. The way he reacted in the tunnel and got the train moving. Hats off. Hello, Constable Olivier.
It's Oliver.
I just wanted to say that you did a good job in the tunnel.
Thanks.
How did you know how to get the train moving?
I come from a family of miners, and my uncle is an engine driver down the mine.
I see. And you looked over his shoulder.
Yeah, best way to learn.
Did Legrand tell you about his theory? That it could be the real Raven?
Of course he did. We're partners.
But the modus operandi doesn't fit at all. The Raven wasn't a bomber.
We have the letter. And the feather. That's his symbol.
Anyone can put a feather in an envelope.
You would know.
What's that supposed to mean?
It was you.
What was me?
You put the envelope on the safe.
To blow myself up?
You threw the bomb away, and now you're the famous hero, right? And the Raven must have paid you pretty well.
That is ridiculous.
Is it? Only you and I and Legrand were in the front car. One of us must have put the envelope on the safe. Legrand didn't. And I didn't think about it.
Joder. Y dejan la caja fuerte ahí. Aquí no hay nada. Yo es que no entiendo por qué no me activa lo de las maletas. Si me ha dicho suban el equipaje a bordo, pues ya tenemos la excusa para subir. Lo que pasa es que tengo que encontrar una pista. ¿De qué? ¿Una pista de qué? Aquí no hay exactamente nada.
Legrand has made up his mind. I can't change it with words. only with results. I don't want to run into Legrand before I have...
Vale, no puedo subir a bordo. Por aquí no puedo. Aquí no hay nada más. Pues chico, no activa nada. No activa nada, no sé. Subir a bordo.
I'll be marching up this gangway. Someone has... Is the doctor afraid to board the ship? Hello, Dr. Gebhardt.
Ah, the hero of the hour.
The hero of the hour, but out of work soon.
Oh, you won't be a policeman anymore?
Yes, but on my old beat, which is almost as good as being out of work.
I understand.
Is your new job bothering you?
On the contrary, I wasn't sure whether I made the right decision until now. I'm from the Black Forest, you know. There are only mountains there. No ships. But now... the salty breeze, the atmosphere... I think I want to stay at sea forever.
The sea is one thing, the passengers are another.
It will be okay.
What do you know about the Baroness?
Nothing really.
Did you talk to her in the tunnel?
No. Her butler was looking after her. And I was busy with Miss... As you can imagine, it was a shock for her to see her son rolling away on a burning train.
That's understandable.
So, we were all glad when we heard about your brave deed.
Have you already met the captain?
Mario Di Conti. Heard of him?
Should I have?
He is something of a star in Italy. A war hero. In the First World War, when he was a young man, he sank more enemy ships than anyone else. In the Second World War, well, he had some personal problems.
You mean like the ones you buy in bottles and pillboxes?
Yeah, you could say that. Anyway, sending him into combat was out of the question. They gave him a supply ship instead. And he became a hero again. His ship, part of a convoy from Palermo to North Africa, was the only one that made it, with an extra 100 seamen who he rescued from the other ships.
Impressive.
To say his health is rather shaky these days would be an understatement. I think most of my time on board will be spent dealing with his numerous ailments.
Well, there's nothing left for me to do but to wish you a good trip.
Oh, you are not coming with us?
Unfortunately, no. I'm to go back to Zurich.
What a pity.
Take care, Dr. Gebhardt.
Oh, I just remembered. We found these in the tunnel. Are they yours?
I'm afraid so.
Strophantine. Do you have heart problems? Maybe it's for the best that you're not coming along. Too much excitement could be bad for your health.
You mean if I don't do anything, I'll probably have a few more years to live?
That's right. Keep your chin up.
La baronesa.
James? James! Where on earth are you?
Hello, Baroness.
Ah, Inspector.
Constable.
Poppycock. You won't be a constable much longer. When they find out how you rescued that little boy, they'll have to promote you to Inspector.
Very kind of you to say so, Baroness. I hope you survived the adventure in the tunnel unharmed.
Scandalous! You book a first-class cabin, and then you're walking on the rails. Huh. They wanted to bundle me off in a bus without my luggage.
The circumstances, madam.
I insisted on a limousine and didn't leave until all my luggage was recovered.
Did you know that the real Eye of the Sphinx wasn't even on the train?
I had no idea. Inspector Legrand seems to prefer to keep me in the dark, although I'm the one paying for all of this.
The inspector is ensuring the safety of the Eye.
Well, obviously. All the same, it was you who did the real work on the train.
I hope that the remainder of your trip to Cairo will be less stressful.
You aren't coming with us?
I'm afraid Inspector Legrand doesn't want my company.
Now, where's my damned butler? James, there you are. Is the inspector to carry my luggage onto the ship all by himself?
Well, actually... Baroness?
Baroness, can you hear me? She fainted.
No. No.
Baroness?
Again, harder.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Help me up.
Perhaps we should...
Now.
I'll get Dr. Gebhardt.
No, Doctor. Just a little moment of weakness. Your arm, James. Take me to the ship.
But of course, madam.
That was no moment of weakness. She saw something that shocked her. Or someone. Very interesting. Especially since she doesn't want to admit it. That's a fine automobile. But not even a stately sedan like this can handle all the Baroness's luggage. She was lucky that the second and third freight cars weren't buried in the tunnel. Most of her things made it unscathed. Who or what did she see? Neither of them seems to have noticed what happened down here. You'll have a tough time with her. How does one get aboard without a ticket? Not brilliant, but it's a possibility.
No sé nada, tío. Porque me va a salir aquí personajes, cosas, pero... No sé qué coño tengo que hacer. Esto no me va a dejar. No es tan fácil, está el capitán ahí. Ah, sí.
Oh, who do we have here? Signore...
This is Constable Anton Zellner.
Signor Zellner, I heard about your feats in the mountains. Welcome aboard the MS Lydia.
Thank you, Captain.
I didn't know you'd be taking part in the journey, but I'm glad to have you with us. I'll have a nice cabin prepared for you immediately.
The constable will not be joining us. He has other duties.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to hear about his adventures from the man himself.
May I ask how to get to the cargo hold?
Oh, signori. There are much nicer places on board.
But I'm interested in the cargo hold.
Why is that?
One of the trunks seems suspicious to me. Someone could be hidden in it.
You? You want to imply that the most brilliant and probably richest thief in all of Europe is stowing away in a trunk? That's not his style.
That's what makes it more likely that it's not him, but a copycat who's behind all this. And a copycat's style might include doing whatever it takes, like hiding in a trunk if they've lost the ticket.
Oh, come now.
Actually, it would be possible for a registered passenger to board the ship without a ticket.
What do you mean?
You can't buy a ticket for the Lydia at the counter. You book the trip in advance. We know the names of all the passengers. As long as a passenger is on the guest list, we let them board the ship. Doesn't matter if they have a ticket or not.
And did any of the passengers board without a ticket?
I couldn't say. We ask for a name and check it on the list. The tickets are no more than souvenirs for the passengers.
So much for your trunk theory.
Regardless of what you say, I would still like to examine the cargo hold.
All right, then, if you like. But we'll meet here again in 10 minutes. Captain De Conti, before we depart, I'd like to send 2 telegrams.
Certainly, Inspector. The cargo hold is over there. You can enter through a door on the forecastle. The horn will sound twice, 5 minutes before we set off. That's the signal for all the dock workers to leave the ship.
Understood, Captain.
Follow me to the bridge. You can send your telegrams from there.
My time is running out. If I don't find anything in the cargo hold, my cruise will be over before it even begins.
Pues vale. No problema. Pero eso será en el próximo episodio de este de Raven.
Oh, no.
Porque ahora... bueno, si ya salimos aquí a lo bestia.
Oh, what's this? Ajá.
Madre mía, las escenas de poca luz son poca luz,
That's the young woman's cabriolet. Apparently they absolutely had to take it to Egypt, at Daddy's expense, of course.
No, no voy a abandonar la bodega de carga.
Hello? Come on out. The game's up. I'm opening the trunk.
Hombre, claro.
Hello? The shards are... Phew. I startled too easily.
Vaya, hombre.
For who?
Me parece que lo he hecho todo al revés.
Oh. Ouch! Damn.
Bueno, pues ya estamos a bordo, nos hemos liberado, nos han pegado un golpe en la cabeza, nos han dejado hecho polvo, ya estamos en el barco navegando en alta mar. Y nos toca... Pues nada, dar vueltas por aquí hasta que encontremos quién ha sido el que nos ha dado el porrazo. Pero eso será en el próximo episodio de este de Raven, que espero estéis disfrutando. Está entretenido, la verdad, está entretenido. Lo que pasa es que hay algunas pistas que, joder, cuesta cogerlas, pero bueno, de eso se trata, ¿no? Tampoco se trata de que sea pan comido. Pues bueno, gente, lo dicho, nos vemos en el siguiente episodio de este de Raven. Espero que os estéis disfrutando y que vaya bien. Nos vemos, chao.